Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Marc, Peña, and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
Hey y'all, it's game time with the ladies of left field, and we have myself, Jordan, along with Kasey and Katie.
Hey y'all.
We'll have some special guests joining, namely Marc and Barn. They'll kind of jump in.
There's Barn.
And there's Barn. So we're somehow at the end of the 2025-26 Texas athletic season. I don't know where the year has gone. Holy moly.
Yep. It's been a good one.
It's been a lot. Yeah. So we're just going to go through the highlights and some mediocre lights throughout the season. Just sport by sport, because it's obviously been a big year for a lot of them. But looking all the way back into the first sport they kicked off this season was soccer, which had a down year after winning the SEC championship last year. But Texas has a new coach, Marguerite Bates. She is now on the 40 acres after 4 years at UCLA.
Wow.
And so hopefully this will turn it around. Texas will make it a little bit farther in the postseason, because Bates is the first rookie head coach to win the NCAA Division I soccer championship. She did that in 2022 in her, obviously, first year at UCLA. So we'll see how it goes for the soccer team.
All right. Very cool.
I know when we first hired her, and they had her press conference and stuff, and we sent out stuff to like the soccer letter winners, they were all super excited about her. Like, they were excited about the hire. So, you know.
Yeah. She's a name that had been floating around. I obviously never covered any UCLA just because, not in any conferences I covered. But she's been a big name around the sport. So I'm excited to see how next fall goes for the Longhorns in soccer.
They should have the soccer team the program should be stepping up next year for sure. I like the hire.
All right. Up next, we had volleyball. We love our volleyball team. They had a great year. They peaked a little early though. So we hit some tough games in SEC play, and sadly we lost in the regional finals to Wisconsin. So we didn't reach the Final Four for the first time in a while. Our volleyball team has been pretty dominant, and it's kind of like this new expectation that we make it to the Final Four, the championship game, and win the darn thing every year. So,
and it was
fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did good, but it was, like we said, that in the middle of SEC play, they hit a stretch there where they just kind of, they were getting beat. They lost, I think 3 out of 4 matches or something at one point, and so it's kind of like, whoa.
Right.
Then they kind of recentered themselves and came on a little bit, in the NCAA tournament, but did lose. And I remember watching that match against Wisconsin, and you kind of knew it. It was like, I think we won the first one, and then they just won 3 straight, or it was like 1-1, and then they just started dominating, and it was like you could just tell we couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm assuming Jared Elliott always is like ready to recruit folks.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, we have such a good program that I feel like people want to come here and play volleyball. So hopefully.
And they're having another match in Moody. It's going to be the Sunday after the Ohio State game. So that weekend is going to be all hands on deck for everybody that works at UT, core facilities people. Have to be everywhere. I also will have to work at that because we're having a reunion of sorts.
For volleyball?
Yeah, that's where. And then they'll, so that they can go to Moody and see that. But that's, those matches are. Last year, that match was awesome against Stanford. And so it's like, the place is packed. I mean, so volleyball definitely has their contingent for sure. I mean, those fans are in it.
So fun.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you want to take us to football?
What happened? Okay, so I would say, depending on who you ask, would be how the football season was. I mean, we ended good with a win against Michigan in the Citrus Bowl, and of course, beating A&M is always glorious. So that was like a highlight at the regular season, just to be like, we ruined your perfect season bit. But that early Ohio State game, we were in that game the whole time. I mean, the score was close, and we didn't even play well in that game.
Right.
And then we had the really bad game that
Florida.
we had against Florida, but we also had the really poor showing against UTEP.
That's right. We were in that cool club part that we had those seats in, remember? But we were like, God, we were playing horrible.
And those men, I mean, it was like, oh my God. I think if Arch threw a 100-yard pass, they would still find something wrong with it. Yeah. I mean, they were so negative. But I was like, I cannot sit by this man in the second half. This could not happen.
Was that the suite?
That was in that Centennial Club suite.
Yeah, you remember that, Barn? Yeah.
You, Barn, I mean, you, Mark, and Robert were there in the very front row, so y'all weren't having to listen to it. I was like, I have to sit down here because I cannot handle this man. Not at all. But you know, and then we lost to Florida, and that's really, in my opinion, what kept us out of the playoff.
Agreed.
Ultimately, as you know, that loss, because every other team that we were kind of battling against also had like a kind of a loss, or we could argue with them.
What was the other argument?
Well, I mean, there was like
just that
Mississippi State was that close. Florida lost, Mississippi State almost lost. Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, but you know, it was against like Alabama getting in or OU getting in. I mean, because
at the end, yeah.
Like, you know, we beat OU.
No, that was it. We beat. Yeah.
And, you know, and they got in, and then Alabama, like whoever they record was them, and they got beat by Georgia bad, you know, in the SEC championship game.
Was that also? Did Alabama lose to Florida State to open the season? Am I remembering this year correctly?
Yeah,
Alabama had an early loss.
They had an early loss too.
Good.
Yeah, because their fan base was flipping out too at the beginning of the season.
That lady that was gonna win the lottery and spend her lottery winnings on buying out Kalen DeBoer's contract.
So it's kind of like, you know, we had that, and you know, of course, it's always great to beat OU and A&M in the same year. So, you know, we did that. But I do feel, you know, Georgia is our new nemesis.
Yes.
Do not like Georgia at all.
For many reasons. Many reasons.
And lots of things. So I think, you know, football, definitely they have to make the playoff this year. Or
yes,
have to. Yeah, they have to. I mean, I don't know what will happen if they don't.
Yeah. I mean, Clark might be looking for a new job. So,
but it's like a very tough schedule.
Right. I mean, and it's like everybody has. Yeah, we have this 9-game SEC schedule. I think the playoff is going to look different on like what everybody's records are. You know, like
true. I hear what you're saying.
You may have one or two teams that are undefeated, and everybody else is going to have lots of losses, or not losses, but like 3, you know, 2 and 3 losses, if not 4. You know,
yeah.
So that's
we'll see.
That's the take on football that I have. So I would say, you know, we were disappointed we didn't make the playoff,
right?
But we ended on a high note against Michigan. Arch played good. The guys that did play were playing hard, and you know, it was a fun game. It was a fun bowl game, and not one of those that's like, this is stupid. Why are we even, you know, doing this?
Right. We felt like both programs cared about it. Both programs took it seriously, and it was a competitive game, and we won. So there you go.
There it is.
All right. Jordan and Barn can play on this one too. You want to take us into women's hoops first? Because we liked women's hoops this year, y'all, a lot.
It was great. That hurt my feelings when they lost. Ugh, that was so sad. Final four appearance. Great wins early season. You know, they won the SEC tournament and you know, beat South Carolina. Thank goodness. And then the NCAA tournament was great, but that was also kind of a blur. I feel like we were getting into baseball at that point too. So, who all did they have to play in the postseason?
They won the SEC tournament.
Yeah, we beat South Carolina, which was huge.
Again, yeah. So we beat
we beat South Carolina,
and then on like all of our games, we were winning by like 20 or 30, and we were like just rolling over everybody. And so that was when we were getting ready. We got to the Final Four, and it was like the little prognosticators were talking about Texas is the team to beat. They're the hot one. They're the hot one. And I was like, oh, don't say this, because then when we faced UCLA,
for the second time after beating them once already last season,
they dominated us in that Final Four game. I mean, we didn't.
And they dominated, but I still feel like I did not lose hope until very late in the game. Like Maddie Booker just essentially couldn't drop a shot. Like,
Right.
she couldn't buy a bucket.
Right. And I pretty much felt like none of them could, though. All the ones that were making the buckets all during the playoffs that were just like left and right all over the place. So
That was the weirdest game for Maddie Booker. Like, literally, she
Yeah.
could not buy a bucket, y'all. That's so strange.
Yeah.
And still, again, I mean, I would rather see UCLA win the national championship than South Carolina. So,
Yeah.
and UCLA won big time. Y'all remember that was such a blowout game?
Yeah. I mean, they rolled in the Final Four for sure.
Yeah.
And then because South Carolina then knocked off UConn. So it was, it was all the stuff. And it was like, there we go again. It was like the people playing for the national championship were both teams that we had beaten during the regular season.
Right.
Your thoughts, Mar? Do you remember much about it?
Yeah, going back, what I was going to say earlier is I also got my feelings hurt after the season when the girls that were going to be a staple to the program transferred out. That really...
That is a good point, because that's going to be weird. It's funny, my dad was just asking me that. He was like, so who is on your women's basketball team? I was like, that's a great question. That's a great question, Father. Like, I don't know.
Maddie Booker.
Right. Maddie Booker and Sarah Graves.
Yeah, Sarah Graves is
Sarah
back.
Graves is back.
I think Kyla Oldacre back?
Don't know.
I think so.
I think she is. But we
I like
lost
that girl.
we lost the girl that was the baker that had the little pastry
Oh, right.
business.
Oh yeah, her.
I don't know.
I don't know. There were 4 big contributors that left pretty right away, right after
Jordan Lee, I think,
that.
left.
That freshman that was a 5-star that was going to be so good that got some playing time this year.
Didn't we think there might have been some drama with Schaefer and his daughter? Do we think that's what pushed people out?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that I don't know.
All right. Well, let's lead into men's hoops. I feel like this team we were all very disappointed in until the end of the season. It was like literally we were all watching women's basketball a lot more than we were watching men's basketball.
Oh yeah.
More entertained by the ladies than we were the men. Until we got to March Madness.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you never knew what team was
Jacqueline
going to show up
Yeah.
when you watched the men's team. I mean,
Yeah.
the early in the season when we played Alabama, and it was like, I don't know why we're turning this on, but okay, we will. And then lo and behold, we won on the road. It was like, what just happened here?
Right.
Well, yeah, we would go on a win streak and then we would lose 5 in a row.
Yeah.
I think we closed out the season with like a 4 or 5 game losing streak.
Yeah, the regular season. Yeah, Barn, I remember this. And we're like, we barely got into the tournament. Remember, we were almost like a first in, first out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
We were a play-in game.
Yeah.
we were playing game. We beat NC State by 2 points.
Yeah, we barely won that game.
Like Trayvon Mark did a fadeaway, jump shot at the end of the game to win that one.
Yeah. Then we went on a run, making it all the way to the Sweet 16.
Sweet 16, we beat a 3 seed.
Yeah.
In Gonzaga, we beat BYU, and then we lost to Purdue in the last seconds on a tip back at the last seconds of the game.
And I think that there's excitement around the basketball program again. I mean, last year there was excitement just because of the new coach, but I think now Sean Miller's
I wasn't excited.
okay. Well, yeah.
It had nothing to do with Sean Miller. It had to do with the players that were coming back to the program from Rodney Terry's team. I just didn't like. I don't know. I didn't. I
didn't feel a lot of confidence.
I didn't feel a lot of confidence in how we would do. But Sean Miller definitely showed me his coaching acumen in the tournament, taking him that far to the Sweet 16, taking his team that far.
And he also doesn't mince words. Like,
No.
like if the players aren't doing good, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He calls them out. So that I think we all kind of got a kick out of that.
We did. It was like, all right, Sean Miller's not playing around. And I think we've heard, this off season, he has and apparently our athletic director is also all in for getting men's basketball to be better. And he has done some really good recruiting from what we've heard.
Yeah, very, very good recruiting. I'm excited about, I'm excited about the future of what's going to be coming into the program.
It's going to be fun too, like that Chris Ogden is on staff. His son is one of the, top incoming freshmen coming in. So I think that's going to be kind of a fun thing to watch. He's from Westlake. So you're going to have that little tie-in.
Yeah, it'll be fun it's always fun to, I always like watching old players' kids come through the program. I think it's always a fun time.
Where's that Gooseby guy from?
Gooseby, he's from Melissa, Texas.
Okay.
He was a McDonald's All-American. He's coming in.
Yeah.
And
then we got our Lithuanians, right, Barn? Is that what you were saying?
We've got a couple Lithuanian. We got Matas is really the only guy who played valuable minutes that's coming back, Vokatitis. And then we've got a Lithuanian brother of his. It's not really his brother, just a Lithuanian. But his name is Mantas Lauren Kaikis. Mantas Lauren Kaikis, and he's a point guard from Lithuania also. But this team is point guard heavy next year. There's probably about, I don't know, three could be point guards on this team. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins the spot. I mean, I think that the front runner is obviously going to be Isaiah Johnson, who's going to be a transfer from Colorado.
Yeah.
He's a point guard, averaged 16.9 points last year in a very good Big 12. And he will be, I think, the starting point guard this coming season.
I know. I also see on here, we got a guard from Tennessee, Amari Evans. We got another guard from St. Mary's, Mikey Lewis.
Yeah, guard heavy.
Yeah, big time guard.
And several of these guys that Sean Miller's gotten from the portal are guys that he recruited when they were in high school when he was at Xavier. So he's familiar, like he liked them way back then. He's kept up with what they've been doing at their, where they were. And now when they went in the portal, he snatched them up. So, or whatever, however it works, get them.
Just another side note on basketball is, I mean, we did not have a good SEC. We came in 10th place in the SEC. So it's all, I mean, to make it to Sweet 16 was pretty cool for this team.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Really good. All right. Well, basketball should improve this year. We'll watch again.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Watching.
I'll watch with a little more enthusiasm maybe this year. It was literally like, is there anything else on TV? No. Okay, I'll watch Texas men's basketball.
Well, and we should also point out that we had Dalen Swain was drafted in the NBA draft, the 15th pick, which was, not gonna lie, I was quite surprised. I mean, I was like, whoa, because I'd watched the news and then we had the draft on and they had him like projected at 19 or 20. It was even like maybe the Spurs will get him, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden his name got called and I was like, whoa, I looked up like 15. So
to the Bulls, right? To the Bulls?
To the Bulls, yes. So good job for him. Congrats to him.
Yeah. And then, we always got swimming and diving. I mean, there's nothing like national championships always in swimming and diving.
Didn't we not win this year? Didn't somebody else win something this year? No, we did.
Men won the national championship. Women came in third, and that's what they've been doing the past few years.
Something else.
So they're the men just it was like
we won really.
Needed a new coach. Just insert new person. So.
Wild. So,
and the women, I mean, I think it's hard to overtake Stanford and in swimming or actually Virginia. Virginia this year was like far and away like the best team. And then we were just behind Stanford, like with 10 points or something. So, I don't know what the allure is to Virginia. I don't know if by their coach or how that how that works, but Jill said that they're the premier program.
Let me tell y'all, I had to go to Charlottesville multiple times this spring, and I can't tell you the allure of Virginia either.
Not cool.
It's actually like it's a cute little town. For swimming, that seems very random.
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. It's just hard to find a hotel when there's any sort of busy weekend. So I have beef.
And
So just keep it up, swimming and diving. Keep doing your thing.
do your thing.
I mean, Case, you know anything about track and field?
No, not enough to know.
Lauren? You know?
Wait. I was pulling it up too because someone won an individual championship.
I don't know shit about track and field.
I can edit this out. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I meant to do that earlier, and then we're busy.
Lauren already said it. So we won rowing again.
Oh, yeah, right.
Again, yes.
For the 4th time, y'all, in 6 years.
Wow.
So that is wild.
Wow.
It's
I
awesome.
remember back in the day, when y'all were on campus, Case, do you always get stopped and asked to be on the rowing team?
No, rowing wasn't even there when I was on campus. It started in 97.
But she would have been asked.
Oh, well, I'm sure. And I would have been like, no, thanks.
Like, where do you remember this? I remember walking by Gregory literally every day, and there would always be the rowing.
Oh yeah,
and they'd be like,
because
come on.
that's when they were starting it, and they needed to have like a huge roster because that was all the Title IX to match up to balance out against the men's sports.
No, my freshman year roommate tried out. I think she made the team, but then decided not to row because she was also an Army ROTC, and so she was like, "Well, yeah, I don't think I can do all that." I was like, "Yeah, I don't think you can either, friend."
Yeah, no. Yeah, because they have a novice team and a varsity team, or that's what they did for like 10 years. I don't know if they still do it that way or if they're just all on the team and then they have to kind of get weeded out. I just shouldn't say weeded out. I think some of them weed themselves out because they have super early morning practices down there in Lake Austin and then or Town Lake, and then they have all their workouts in that BBR where they do other stuff that they simulated type things. But the weird thing was that we didn't win the SEC tournament thing. And so it was like like, okay, I guess, so I was thinking in my mind, I was like, well, we'll still compete there, but if we didn't win the SEC,
right,
we probably won't win the national championship. And then lo and behold, we did. And apparently we won it like with the last boat race. I think that's how they call it, what their terminology is. And anyway, so exciting for them.
Yeah.
Go
rowing.
Yeah.
I mean, all of this is leading, if you guys can't tell, we talked about, we won the Directors Cup. So all of this is that all of it's coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got, so track-wise, just because I wanted to double-check everything, indoor, outdoor, all that. Indoor was probably not as dynamic as we're maybe used to hearing from track, especially the men's track and field. But outdoor, we had some national champions, individual. Amelia Berto won the 400-meter hurdles. It was a school record performance, and so, not gold, but silver medal finish, and it was a school record. Texas showed up. They didn't win. That's fine. And then on the men's side, they had silver medal performances from Kendrick Smallwood, and then a first-team All-America finish from Kelsey Daniel. Smallwood competes in the 110-meter hurdles, and he already had the school record, but he just lowered it even more, and so silver, second place. He's the number 2 performer in collegiate history, and he's the first Longhorn to break the 13-second barrier in the 110-meter hurdles. So some cool individual little things on the track and field side.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Case, or somebody who knows a lot about this, take us to golf.
Oh, I can do that one. The men's golf advanced to the NCAA quarterfinals, and from my perspective, I was disappointed that we lost there because I really thought they were going to go. I thought they were going to be able to play all the way to the end. But as far as their season went, they did really well. I mean, they had 4 All-American golfers on the team. They were constantly at the top in every tournament that they played in. Christian Moss, Tommy Morrison, Luke Potter, and Daniel Bennett all had great seasons just there at the very end. that match play can get you after you've already been playing 4 days in a row of golf. And then you know, are stuck out there, you're, you know, tossed out there playing one person and you're playing a whole different type of golf. So that's where men's golf ended. But I think there's some high expectations again. Well, there's always gonna be high expectations for golf now. With
When's
how
the
that
last
is.
time we won it?
In 21 or it was with the Pierce. It was with the Cootie twins.
Cootie twins, that's right.
And yeah, so I feel like that was. I think it was 21 because I feel like that was like we were just so thrilled to have something good happen in athletics because that was kind of the beginning of that trend upwards. You know,
hold on, I was trying to figure out. For some reason, I thought they had won it like while we were doing this podcast. Would have only been 2 years, but
no, not
the fact book is only updated through 2019. So that you have to. That's not going to work.
It's not. I have an issue with that. I've discussed that with them a time or two. I'm like, I need
2022. 2022.
Okay, 22 then. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
we've won men's golf in 1971, 72, 2012, and 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do we know who the star was in 2012?
So to speak.
Yeah. Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Kasey's other
boyfriend, yes. Dylan Fratelli was also on that 2012 team. So, yeah. But pretty cool. Just a little trivia there.
Okay. And we did love our girl Farrah O'Keefe was dominant in women's golf.
She won the individual title.
Yeah. And the NCAA's individual champion too.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
And
I didn't know.
And
yeah.
Just recently?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
She won it.
And then she like carried the, you know, we talked about it last week and I've already forgotten the name of the cup.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Walker Cup.
Yes.
Carried that team to a victory.
Yeah.
And she'll be back. So that's fun.
That's
yeah,
right.
she won all the awards this year. So
yeah.
So yeah, and women also advanced to the quarterfinals, lost there. They got beat out by an upstart team that was kind of just on a roll. But for the women, that was, I mean, Farrah was like exhausted.
Yeah.
So but you know, they're definitely trending upward with Laura Iannalo as the new coach. I mean, that's her second season and she's like coming on strong. So
Is John Fields over the men and women?
no, just men.
Just men?
Yeah. So Laura Iannello, she was from Arizona. She's our coach now.
All right. Now on to our final two sports, you guys, of the year. Our two, well, the softball team just was the best this year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they just pulled it off in the end. Anyways, so let's talk about softball first. Back-to-back national champions.
Jordan, you talk. You that was your baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, softball, amazing run in the postseason. They won the SEC tournament. And then like it was in typical Texas fashion, I guess. They started the regular, I say regular and super regional. The regular regional was fine. Super regional, they lost their opening game again. And you know, it never bodes well when you lose your opening game, whether it be in your super or once you make to Oklahoma City. But Texas lost both of those opening games and pulled it off regardless. The run in Oklahoma City was awesome. Tegan Vaughn is the first back-to-back most outstanding player, right? She's the first one, I think.
Yep. You go.
Yeah, she is the GOAT. They're gonna build a statue. And also it was just fun to beat Texas Tech again. And
yes,
between that and the silly football news that has been coming out recently, like literally the only people who should be Tech fans are people that went to Texas Tech. And even then you really don't have to be a fan because you're still being stupid. But Kavan was great. Reese Atwood then went on, well, Leanne Good and Reese went on to start their careers in the AUSL. And the week after beating her in Oklahoma City, Reese Atwood proceeded to hit a home run off of Nigel Kennedy in the professional leagues. So that was just a nice little fun bow on top of everything.
Yes.
And I thought it was cool. Softball coach Mike White, I mean, like you said, Jordan, then he just kept like going down a game. And then it was like the team never lost like I don't know, confidence or just like everything to think, oh, it's okay. We're just going to come back and win these other ones.
Well, there's that stat about in the super regionals that we've lost the first game almost every time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
and we, then we just win the next two.
Yeah.
So it's like, they just kind of are like, okay,
Yeah.
now we'll bear down.
Right.
But
Also,
were-
like,
all fun to watch.
I know.
and then after winning it too, when it was Tegan and who else was it? Katie Stewie that both went on their interviews and were like, we wanted to win this for Reese. We wanted to send her out to win in her senior year, and I was just like crying on the couch.
Yeah.
It was so sweet.
So sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so fun to do that, that whole those girls were,
Fun to watch.
yeah.
So fun to watch. So fun to watch. All right, y'all. And now we're on to our baseball season. It was a good one. Very proud of our team. Like final 5, right? And I would say
Yeah.
top 5. You guys have any favorite moments from the season? From our baseball season?
Mine was probably the Mississippi State series. That was super fun with the Mississippi State people cooking for us.
Yeah.
I wrote that down as one of mine too, Case, because because the food was so good, the crowd was good.
I mean, they had everybody cooking that
Yeah.
that weekend. I think Josh came in.
Yeah, we had the
Josh.
tacos. Dante was over there with his
Dante?
pulling out his things. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Oh, we had food galore.
We did. Casey and I were like grazing the entire time. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That was one of the best.
Mine, well, I obviously enjoyed OU because I was in town for that one. But also, I mean, seeing everybody, the sweep, the crawfish, like everything, that was just a lot of fun. Because kicking OU's ass. I still will argue that if we had been able to pull off that game against Georgia, we would have swept it. We would have won 2 against Oklahoma. We could have done it. Like, I feel like we could have anyway. So if
I
we'd have
thought
just
so
gotten
too.
through that, if we'd have gotten through that Georgia game, man.
I thought so too.
Welcome, Mark, by the way. I see Mark stepped in over here.
How you doing, girl? Yeah, I think for me it was really just getting back to Omaha. I know it's not a particular moment, but it had been a very long time. 3 full seasons without being back there, and just getting to experience that again, be there with friends and the players' family was just so damn fun. Makes us just all remember like why that whole experience is so fun in the first place. So that definitely has to be it for me. It obviously wasn't the way that we wanted to end the season, but just getting there is such an accomplishment, and just being able to take that in was super, super cool. So just glad to have gone back and hoping that the boys will keep it together. Schlossnagel will get the team going again for 27, and hopefully we'll be back there next June.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I was going to say also a super memorable moment was when we won the super regional and they all ran out. I mean, and not just running out to the, the cannon over there, but like literally running along the fence line, the entire team, high-fiving everybody that had their hands sticking out, and all that stuff. And just, and I mean, and it was late. I mean, it was 11 o'clock at night or later, and our stadium was still packed, on a Sunday night. I mean, we were exhausted by the time the game even started.
Yeah.
As fans, it was like, geez. And then, but that was a cool moment. That was really fun.
That's what I have, Case. I think the regionals and the supers were just, as far as like from a crowd perspective and just having fun, it was packed. The dish like showed up. The fans showed up. Left field showed up. I mean, we were all like, damn, there's so many people here. And, and it was just so fun. And so I thought that was just, really fun to kind of have that environment back and have that momentum back and have that amount of energy back in the dish, and people were just loving it. Yeah. And then beating Oregon, especially because we were up and then we were down and we came back, A-Rod got that 2-run double in the 8th inning, and so it was like lots of emotions during
that game was a roller
on
coaster.
Monday. You know what I mean? We were like, shit, we got to work, and nobody else can come back here on Monday. We were all exhausted. So to, win like that, and Sam Kozart came in and just like dominated. once we were up. So that was super, it was great. Great. And then Omaha's back, y'all. I would say I haven't been in forever. I don't know the last time I went.
You have been in a long time.
Yeah.
Probably since 2018.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been
Or
since,
if not longer than that.
I don't think I've been since PJ's been alive. Right? I don't think so. Anyways.
I was going to say, I don't think I'd seen you back when I used to have to get to go for work every year. I know it, and that's when I first kind of started hanging out with Left Field, and I don't ever remember
might have
being
been
there for that.
2014 when we
That's
went
wild.
with me and Stacy went with y'all.
Is that right, Kasey? I feel like that's probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so fun. I mean, like, I definitely am all in on Omaha. The new, the old market plus all the new stuff that you have to do down there. It just makes it so everything's walkable. Everything is fun. You're not crowded in anywhere anymore because there's so many options. You know what I mean? And there's just so much fun stuff to do. So I feel like it's way more than just tailgating. And don't get me wrong, we love to tailgate at Rosenblatt, but that's all we ever did. Mark and I, when we were driving to the zoo, I literally that gas station. We stopped at that gas station every damn day and would load up coolers upon coolers, and then we would send cabs back over there to get more beer and ice throughout the day. But we didn't do anything else, that was it. And so now it's just so different because there's so many cool places to go and hang out and see different things. And
What's better?
what do you mean? The new stadium or the old one?
The just being younger and doing it that young way, or the older, more grown up way, I guess.
You know what's funny, Barn? I mean, so I did go to this new stadium that first. Remember, Case, when we went? Yeah, remember we were there.
You've been there multiple times.
Yeah, you've been multiple times.
Well, anyway, back then I would have said Rosenblatt Barn because it wasn't built out yet. Now I would say this new experience and how they've built it all up and the various things you can do. And especially at, this age, we're not sit. Well, we do sit in the park. We do that. But this was
not for 9 hours.
That's what we do.
And Barn, I never would have thought that I would have changed my opinion on this, but I actually like the new stadium better. Again, it just gives so much more to the fan to do. Just being in downtown Omaha and being able to experience that is so much fun. It almost reminds me of summertime in Chicago, where you're just walking from bar to bar, from restaurant to restaurant, just kind of doing different things throughout the course of the day. So it truly feels like more of a vacation rather than just an 8-day tailgate.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of get that feeling too. It's kind of like going to Wrigley Field, going to all the bars around.
Yeah,
Around the
definitely.
stadium.
It probably helps we have a little bit more money, so that
Yeah, that's
That doesn't hurt.
a bigger budget than $17 a day.
When it's funny, y'all were describing some of the places, and one of y'all's favorites was Let It Fly, right? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And then earlier this week in one of my work meetings, the foundation folks were kind of recapping their stuff, and apparently that's where they were on one of the days. They were on that upper level, having a donor.
Oh yeah, we were all there. We all got our little QR codes and got up there for a free drink and a free hot dog.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Because they were, then at one point one of them was like, I don't know why you weren't there, Kasey. And I was like, I know. I know.
Next year.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. And then, I mean, we can't not talk about while we were in Omaha. I think, one of the coolest things that one of our players did is when A-Rod hit for the cycle. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Well, that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
And just his batting average in general. I mean, what, how he performed up there was quite impressive. And I also
think he was finally healthy. You know what I mean? He was battling that hand injury the whole year. And so then you wonder, okay, was he finally not in a lot of pain? Yeah.
And really our, aside from Dylan struggling in the first inning, our pitching really stepped up and did far better than, that was the worry to me towards the middle and, halfway in, middle of the season and stuff. It was after we get past our starting pitching, our bullpen is, until you got Cozart in there.
Right.
Yeah. It's you never knew it was going to happen until Cozart came in, and you're please, let's have everything under control. So That was a I mean, Luke Harrison, gosh, he is like,
Volantis was a sophomore, right?
yes,
Yeah, he'll be back next year.
he'll be back.
Yeah, I know. And we all, I mean, we are all big Luke Harrison fans, here. And so it was awesome to see him pitch. He still pitched so well. We lost that game, but man,
I know he pitched very well though.
yeah. And it was just so heartwarming to, his, just how much he loved being a Longhorn.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Ruger had a hell of a game too. It was fun to see him come back and pitch well, and the bats behind him, which was a kind of a thing we talked
Yeah,
about.
that he never had during this regular season. Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Well, Mark, you got any hot off the press info to share?
Nothing that I can really say out loud at the moment, but I'll just say this. I think in the next week, I'll expect Texas fans to just, hear a lot of positive news. I know they're working really hard behind the scenes to, convince some of the upperclassmen to come back for next season. They're obviously working in the portal to try and get some big names in to fill some of the holes that we do have. Very excited about some of the names that I'm hearing that are going to be in Austin this week. A lot of kids from major programs that were starters and really good this season are going to be in town, potentially looking at transferring to UT. So that'll be cool. And then obviously we have 2 coaching positions to fill. One of them, Nolan Kane, as he went back to A&M, and the second.
Have fun in college.
And the second, Chuck Box, was just a guy that'd been around Schloss for a while, and he's moving back home to Mississippi to go lead the program there. So already heard who his replacement is going to be, and I think it's going to make a lot of people happy when that's announced later this week. So
whose replacement? Sorry,
Chuck Box.
Chuck Box. He was just one of the off the field assistants, but he did have an official role. So there's basically 2 open head counts open right now for coaches that are going to be replaced.
Did I hear some fake news that there was already a coach hired, like from Louisiana, or is that just?
I had not heard anything about a coach from Louisiana. No, did you hear that today?
So Barn is the insider.
No.
What has Nick been telling you?
This could be Twitter garbage, But I just heard some coach from like Southeast Louisiana. He was the head coach, and he was coming over here. Remember when
that may have been on the softball side? Didn't we sign a softball coach that came over from that program?
That's
I could have been.
Yeah.
I could have misread it.
Yeah, that may have been softball. I know they were adding some coaches.
But you're saying the hire from Box is somebody that Texas fans are going to be happy about.
Yeah, somebody that Texas fans are definitely familiar with.
Yeah. Well, this is exciting.
Can't give it up right now because I'll get in trouble, but I think it's going to come out in the next couple of days.
Okay.
It'll be exciting news. And then, for the Kane position, I know they're looking at 2 or 3 really highly regarded assistant coaches for major programs. So I'm assuming that Texas and Schlossnagle will do what they need to get one of those big names and get them in as quickly as possible so that they can finish the portal season really strong.
Yeah.
So now in baseball, you have Schloss, obviously the head coach, Tulo's our hitting coach and some fielding, and then Max Wiener's our pitching coach, and then you have another coach. So you have 4 full-time coaches, and then you can have a student coach if you want, or whatever, right?
So I think there's actually 5 staff.
Yeah, because who coached first? Who was the first base coach?
Oh, that was Garrick Mosiello was the first base coach.
Okay.
This year.
But
yeah, there's much more than 4.
Okay.
But I know that there's 2 openings right now that they're going to fill that are not the grad assistant roles.
Yeah, right.
Actually coaching positions.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 of those spots to fill, and I expect that those will get announced in the next week.
Great.
Nice.
So coming back, we know Volantis. I mean, he can't be drafted, so we hope he's coming back. Then, Sam Cozart. And then possibly Ethan Mendoza, Kasey Borba.
What about A-Rod?
Oh, A-Rod's definitely back. He's not
Yeah, 'cause he's only a sophomore, right?
Yeah, so A-Rod will be back. Pack will obviously be back.
Yeah.
He was a freshman. So those two will be back. I do think that Mendoza and Borba are really the big ones. Without them, we do have some pretty significant gaps in the lineup. But I do think it's also significant that we've basically already picked up 3 portal names that are going to be plug-and-play starters on the team.
We got the catcher.
Back during regional weekend, we got a freshman stud from Texas Tech named Lincoln Garcia.
Yeah.
He's naturally a shortstop, but he's going to be playing third base at UT just because I'm expecting that A-Rod is not going to give that spot up to anybody.
Yeah.
And then Kasey, like you mentioned, we got a really, really incredible catcher from St. Mary's, Ian Armstrong. Real big kid that hit over 300 with 16 homers this past season at St. Mary's. So expecting him to come in and be a real big impact player, really similar to a Carson Tenney type. And then we also got another outfielder over the weekend from Kent State, another huge guy. I think he's like 6'5", also had double-digit home runs this past season. So I think those 3 guys will be automatic starters. You add that to Pack and A-Rod, you got 5 positions filled there. And then if you're fortunate enough to get Mendoza and Borba back, that's 7 starters that you already have penciled in. And that means you're sitting pretty at this point. Also keep in mind that Texas has a really, really good freshman class coming in, and a class that they're expecting quite a few of the stud names to make it to campus. So that's going to be exciting as well. I was just actually looking at video. Y'all should go take a look at my latest tweet. There's this left-handed kid named Easton Autry. Funny enough, I was really drunk, shocker, at regionals. I actually forgot for a minute that I met him in left field. He was at one of the regional games, and I was just watching a video of him. He's at the MLB draft combine right now and was doing batting practice. He's hitting like 500-foot home runs. But apparently he's a kid right now who him and his dad really want him to go to college. So he's apparently thrown out a ridiculous number in terms of draft. And he's telling teams, don't even take me unless you're going to pay me this amount of money. So it's looking really good that he's going to be on campus. And then we have another outfielder, last name Mabin. His dad was a multi-year MLB player who was really, really good. So he's going to be a freshman coming in the outfield as well. So yeah, it should be a lot of talented faces. If we can get 3 or 4 more portal guys in there, I think the team will be right back where they need to be for next season.
Well, good.
Yay. Love to hear that. And we all schedule our Omaha flights early and we just go, y'all.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on that this basically as soon as we know the actual dates, I'm going to tell my dog sitting people, okay, I'm going to be gone this period of time. So you need to plan your vacation a different time.
Yeah.
If you want me to be the one that watches your dogs.
I know. I'll get the dates too. We'll plan PJ's camps around them. Just go ahead and set our vacation dates and I'll go. Yeah.
And another, well, this is not for y'all. Y'all don't have to schedule vacation. I do. Texas playing in the Shriners College Showdown at Globe Life, 19th to the 21st.
And those people were playing crazy.
Back to Papados.
Back to, man, I will never forget walking into oh my gosh, what's the bar next to Texas Live on Sunday morning, and it was just like a row, like Brian, Forrest, Matt, and all the guys are just sitting there, beer in front of them, none touched, and head in hands. I'm like, are we gonna make it through today, my friends?
I think at that point I was taking a nap on one of the toilets in the men's room.
Yes, that's right. And Adam was napping in his car, I think.
That's a true story. But I actually told y'all, I was like, I didn't do a Nate Warren. I kept my pants on and I took my So, that was a rough Sunday morning, Jordan.
Oh, that was great because I just walk in. I was actually feeling all right, but every one of you weren't even there, obviously, because you were napping. But every guy, head in hands with a full beer in front of them, except for Cross, who was drinking a Miller Lite and having a great time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Houston's a highlight for me in baseball this year. I really enjoyed the restaurant
Yeah.
we went to.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
After your Friday night, Joey,
Oh dear.
Daddy and Joey there.
that was the day I told him he couldn't call me dad
Daddy.
anymore.
We all still support that decision, but
We we're going to ask you, what is your take on, because in left field, you roam around and actually stand in the back kind of. And so give us your perspective of being there at left field.
Oh, that's great. I just see, I fire everybody up in the background, walk around, make sure everybody feeling comfortable back there. Everybody's got what they need. I can tell the score of the game by the pulse of the crowd.
Love it. Love it, Barn. I don't know. Do we know about is left field staying the same?
oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, I would definitely assume so. I think they're gonna try and
Keep those bleachers.
potentially do something permanent out there from a patio porch perspective. I'm actually really surprised that they immediately tore that down after
Oh, they did.
the
They-
supers. Yeah, it's already
Oh.
gone, which I was kind of surprised about. I thought they may just leave it up, but I guess with it being like an aluminum structure, it might
Yeah.
get weathered or something like
Blow away.
there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I was actually talking to Coach the last week or two. He's got some ideas for things that he wants to do at the stadium, so I'm hoping to be able to talk to him about that and just kind of see what they're going to do out there permanently. But I kind of like that idea. It was a really cool vibe out there. For the regionals, I'm not sure it would hit the same for a normal weekend if it's sitting out there, empty.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if they can find some way to sell season passes or something like that to people to get out there for each game, I think that would be a really cool addition
Yeah.
to the atmosphere. But we'll see what they end up doing with that.
How much was a ticket out there? Or pass or whatever it was.
I heard it fluctuated quite a bit. I think they came out and swung at a really high price, and
Okay.
we bought the tickets. So then they brought them down.
Brought it down.
And I think when they came back for the super regionals, it actually wasn't bad. I think it was like $100 for the series. Which wasn't bad. I think when it first came out for the regionals, it was like $200 a day or $150 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
tough.
they ended up bringing it down quite a bit.
And it wasn't like it was an open bar up there either.
Right.
So
They were giving away like hot dogs and stuff, but then you had to do cash bar for like
yeah. So yeah, for supers it was much, because I mean people were in line,
Mhm.
to get in there for the super regionals. They were in line, so that the minute it opened, they could get up there and stake out their seat, wherever they wanted to be. But it wasn't that way during the regionals. So,
Like we've said, I mean, we would be okay with it. You can give us a little porch, but we want all of our own drinks and we want no
Right.
rules.
No rules.
Don't tell me what to do.
We want DJ rides and free alcohol.
That's right.
A BYO alcohol even. Like, let us bring our own stuff.
yeah,
That's right.
that would be, if they let us, have one, and we all were, if we had to pay them whatever they wanted us, but to have our own stuff, and it still be like must, where you didn't have,
Riff
people that got out there.
Randos.
Yeah. Wait,
But y'all, everybody's welcome in left field.
yeah.
But everybody, come on.
You can see J-Bone slam 12 tacos and beer bong boys in the back.
That's the only thing.
Beer bong boys are really high on my list. Those
Yeah.
They seem great.
Yeah.
No, the beer. I like that one weekend I was there.
they drove to Omaha for one game.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's amazing.
They went all the way up there for the game and then drove home immediately after it ended. So
They have the beer bong.
Yes.
I think they did. Wow.
They met us at Let It Fly. So they came in and we're
They
like,
came for the Saturday game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saturday game.
Awesome.
Mikey and Aiden. And they were here and their mom was there and everybody, their whole crew was Manny was there.
Oh,
And
that's
then
awesome.
they were having a blast. And then all of a sudden Cindy was like, what's Cindy? Because she was like, the funnel boys.
I
are
was
here."
calling them the funnel kid.
The funnel bong.
She said it wrong. We're sitting in a bar and she's like, I think the funnel cake boys are here. And we were like, what are you talking about?
The funnel cake. No, the beer bong boys can stay. They were great.
The rest of the weekend, they were the funnel cake boys.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's classic. Love
We
it.
were talking
Like, guys, do not drive home. This is not going to be. They were like, no, Mike or Aiden's got to work at 4 a.m. We got to get back. And
Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
That's
there was enough of them though that they made the rotation happen. So
Yeah.
Goodness.
they were
Wow.
All right, y'all. Well, it was a good season. We won the Directors Cup, so that's always good. Next up, we got football. So
Football.
better be good.
So, yeah, we're gonna take a break over the summer, and so we'll catch you guys for football preview in the fall.
Yeah.
Everybody wear their Arch Manning jerseys for the next episode. National championship season.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all in left field.
On the field.
Yeah, on left field.